In an agricultural building, the installation of a coal vat introduces specific electrical safety considerations, particularly concerning the 240 volts compressor used for water cooling. Given the presence of wet conditions on the floor, the National Electrical Code, or NEC, mandates ground fault circuit interrupter, or GFCI, protection for this equipment. NEC Section 547.5G specifically addresses receptacles installed in wet locations, stipulating that they must have an enclosure providing a degree of protection not less than 4x and must be listed for wet locations. Furthermore, these receptacles must be clearly marked wet location use only, in addition to the standard marking requirements outlined in NEC Section 110.21. The core requirement here is that all receptacles in wet locations, irrespective of their voltage rating, must be GFCI protected. This measure is crucial because water significantly elevates the risk of electrical shock. A GFCI device functions by continuously monitoring the current flowing through a circuit. If it detects any imbalance, indicating a leakage of current to ground, it swiftly interrupts the circuit, thereby preventing potential electrocution. In the context of the 240 volts compressor situated in a wet area, the implementation of GFCI protection is non-negotiable. The presence of water on the floor creates an environment where the risk of electrical shock is substantially increased. Therefore, to ensure the safety of personnel working in the agricultural building, the compressor's electrical circuit must be equipped with a GFCI device. Understanding the technical aspects of GFCI protection is essential. Firstly, a GFCI is designed to protect individuals from electrical shock by detecting ground faults. A ground fault occurs when current deviates from its intended path and flows through an unintended path to ground, such as through a person. Secondly, the GFCI operates by comparing the current flowing into and out of a circuit. If there is a difference of as little as 5 milliamps, the GFCI will trip, interrupting the power supply within a fraction of a second. Thirdly, the installation of a GFCI involves connecting the device to the electrical circuit in accordance with the manufacturer's instructions and local electrical codes. The GFCI should be installed in an easily accessible location for testing and maintenance. Fourthly, regular testing of the GFCI is crucial to ensure its proper functioning. The test button on the GFCI should be pressed monthly to verify that the device trips and interrupts the circuit. If the GFCI fails to trip, it should be replaced immediately. Fifthly, it is important to select a GFCI that is appropriately rated for the voltage and current requirements of the compressor. The GFCI's voltage and current rating should match or exceed those of the circuit to which it is connected. Sixthly, the enclosure housing the GFCI should be rated for wet locations, as specified by NEC Section 547.5G. This ensures that the GFCI is protected from moisture and corrosion, which could compromise its functionality. Seventhly, the wiring connections to the GFCI should be properly insulated and protected from water ingress. This can be achieved by using waterproof connectors and sealing the enclosure with silicone caulk. Eighthly, the GFCI should be installed by a qualified electrician who is familiar with the NEC requirements for GFCI protection in wet locations. This ensures that the installation is performed correctly and safely. Ninthly, the GFCI should be inspected periodically for any signs of damage or deterioration. If any issues are identified, the GFCI should be replaced immediately. Tenthly, it is important to educate personnel working in the agricultural building about the importance of GFCI protection and the proper use of electrical equipment in wet locations. This can help prevent accidents and ensure the safety of everyone on the premises. In summary, the NEC mandates GFCI protection for all receptacles in wet locations, including those supplying power to the 240 volts compressor in the agricultural building. This requirement is in place to protect individuals from electrical shock and ensure the safe operation of electrical equipment in wet environments. By understanding the technical aspects of GFCI protection and adhering to the NEC requirements, one can create a safer working environment for everyone involved.